Start spreading the news. I'm leaving tomorrow. I wanna wake up in a city that never sleeps. New York. Yeah, I'm going to New York tomorrow. I'm so excited, and I thought, let's celebrate by making a recipe from one of my favorite pastry chefs in New York, Christina Tosi. Yes, indeed, but with a twist. This episode is called Now That's Good Looking, which is about making really ridiculously good looking food and giving you a sneak peek into how we shoot the pics for the website. So without further ado, today's ridiculously good looking dish is Christina Tosi's celebration cake, but with a ChefSteps twist. So ChefSteps meets Christina Tosi meets good looking cooking, and we're calling it the Waffle Sprinkles Cake. Okay, off you go, let's make. Okay, so first up, we're gonna take the butter and we're gonna plonk it into the bowl. And then we're gonna add our caster sugar, about 200 grams of caster sugar here, and a little bit of brown sugar, because brown sugar always adds a little bit extra flavor and goodness. This one doesn't have a slow setting. So I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit, otherwise you're literally gonna end up with butter in your hair. Your butter must be at room temperature. So it takes a long time to cream it, so get comfortable. We're aiming for a light pale color. Okay, time to add eggs. Add eggs one at a time. Make sure it's all mixed, incorporated, scrape down, then add the next one. Okay, I'm gonna scrape down the side. Now we add the next egg. So we've got that last egg in there, and now it's looking beautiful, velvety, and fluffy. Now to add some of the oil. The reason I'm scraping down is to make sure that you get all those buttery bits, all those sugary bits that kind of stick to the side and don't incorporate into your mix. You want everything to be at the same stage and ensure consistency. Okay, everything's scraped down, mixed deliciously, and buttermilk time! Let's add our buttermilk. And then just a smidgen of vanilla, and then we mix it. So the wet ingredients are done. Now we're gonna add our dry ingredients. First up, sifting our flour. So this is 2 cups of flour that we're just sifting in here. So we're just folding it in and then a quick whiz. But before I do that, I'm gonna add the salt, a pinch, and a little bit of baking powder. The key now is to not overmix. We're just gonna incorporate everything and then let it go. You don't wanna deflate all that fabulous air that you've just put into it. Dunsies! Ooh, but wait, I'm forgetting the most important part. Sprinkles! Next, let's turn this cake into a waffle. Okay, let's get this puppy on, and you wanna spray. Okay, waffle iron's hot. Now let's add some of our cake batter to it. Don't overfill. Trust me, I've done it before. It ends up all over the table. Now we're gonna slowly close this. Ooh. Very different texture to your typical waffles, which are crunchy. This is a cake, so it's soft. So it's a little bit tricky to get out, but don't be scared. Waffle stack done. Typically, when you cool a cake, you'll put it out onto a rack, but I'm actually stacking it up so it steams and doesn't get crunchy like a typical waffle. Next up, icing and topping. Let's do it. 3/4 of a cup of flour, 125 grams of light brown sugar. Then we're gonna add half a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and then lots and lots of rainbow sprinkles. And then a nice splash of vanilla, and then melted butter, 40 grams of butter. Now we're gonna rub it in with our fingers. Crumbage, done. Into a baking sheet and into the oven at 180 degrees until golden and delicious. Last thing to do is our cream cheese frosting. 200 grams of butter and 135 grams of cream cheese. Cream the two together. And a pinch of salt. And then I'm gonna add 200 grams of icing sugar, sifted. And then lastly, a delicious squeeze of lemon, because that's gonna make it yummy and add a little bit of zing to that cream cheese. Icing done, let's get the crumble out. Frosting, crumble, waffles, done. Now we gotta shoot that stuff. Let's do it. Ta-da! That is one good-looking waffle sprinkle cake. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as I eat my way around New York City, but most importantly, subscribe so that you can watch more cool videos. Subscribe! 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 Subscribe!